essential oils, and these products are not made to cure or anything like that. For example, I can't really answer your question, what will cure my migraines, but I can answer your question on what will support your migraines and or support your head, support your head. So that is just it. So if anyone has questions and wants to come live, go right ahead, or you can type them in the chat, or I can get started with some questions that some people sent me. So I'll wait a second. So one question someone has sent me is, how can you use essential oils? I love this question because there's multiple ways you can use essential oils. One thing we really want to remember is that we're using a premium quality essential oil, such as Young Living, because when you're buying essential oils, maybe the grocery store, it might be, it might be cheaper, but it's also maybe diluted. I actually used to have this essential oil. I got rid of it, but someone gave it to me and it was like flammable, do not put on topically, like dangerous for skin. And it was just really, it was really kind of scary. Like, I don't want this. So there's 3 ways that you use Young Living essential oils. You can diffuse them in a diffuser, or there's even, you have a diffuser you plug in, or there's diffuser like bracelets or jewelry. They even have like car diffusers and things like that. You can diffuse that way. You can also use essential oils topically. So when using essential oils topically, you want to use a carrier oil. I like to use jojoba oil. Sorry if you hear my dog eating in the background. But jojoba oil, Jojoba. I just get an organic one on Amazon, and it mimics your skin and nails the most. Your skin, hair, nail oil, it kind of mimics that the most. So that's what I use. And you want to use a carrier oil for a few reasons. One, if you're not used to using essential oils and you have sensitive skin and you're not sure how a certain type of plant or something will react to you, some people are allergic to certain things, you always use that carrier oil, right? If you get like a carrier oil, an essential oil in a sensitive area, you're going to use more of that carrier oil to dilute it. For example, there's some like peppermint and thieves and that are kind of like spicy, like a jalapeno, right? So you might have that feeling. So when you're using them topically, you're not putting them any eyes, ears, inside really your body. The only oils that you're putting in your body are vitality oils or oils that are vitality safe. So those are safe to ingest. You can cook with them. And you can put them in capsules. You can flavor your water, different things. So you can also put oils in the bath and on your chest and go in the shower, and you can clean with them, and you can make 1,005,000 do-it-yourself projects. So there are definitely a lot of really awesome ways to use essential oils. We use them more than probably almost anything in our house besides like food, right? So we love them. All right, so what is the best oil to use to help your hormones? So I would definitely suggest you check out hormones class, because there are all different things because hormones are like, there's like hormones when you're pregnant, hormones when you're older, hormones when you're younger, hormones if you're a male, hormones if you're a female, right? So for me personally, my hormones were kind of super, super low. Mine were at a 4 at some point, and I needed to get them back up there. So I haven't been able to go back and get a test, but because of COVID, but when I do, I'm sure they'll be much better up there. But I use Progessence Plus. Progessence Plus is a serum that you're using topically and you're rotating where you're using it on your body. That is probably the #1 thing that people would say to help with hormones. And I know people older and younger that have used that to help your hormone support. There are a lot of ones like Clary Sage, Sclarescence, Lady Sclerol. They're supporting an Endoflex. They're supporting your endocrine system because toxins are disrupting our endocrine system, which is disrupting our hormones. Now, you want to be very careful if you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant. You want to stay away from Clary Sage anything with clary sage in it, like sclerescence or dragon thyme, because that is, clary sage is something that actually women like to smell right when they're trying to get the babies to come out. So don't smell that clary sage until you want some contractions or want that baby to come out. So keep that one locked up. There's supplements that are really, really good for hormones as well. So Super B is a really good one that I like, helps my energy and mood. I use Young Living face wash. Yes, I use the Orange Blossom face wash. I have been using it maybe just for like a couple weeks, and I want to say I've seen improvement, but I also, I'm not very good at like facial care, to be honest. So I've been really strategic about like using it twice a day. And I have noticed that it is really helping my face here. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with my neck? Why is it not helping my neck? Because I'm not using it on my neck. So when you're washing your face, you gotta make sure you do that. But I use the Orange Blossom one, and there are different types of products in Young Living for different types of skin. And I have that right here. I'll pull that up. So I know the Orange Blossom face wash is more for kind of like that acne prone skin. That's kind of what I have. So I'm definitely using that. And they have some other ones also. So let me get my notes on those real quick. So they have the Art Sensitive line. So the Art line, this is more for age refining and things like that. Great for fighting effects of time on your skin. Would also one size fits all kind of system, but I do know that it is really good for all skin types, super gentle. It is for more related to those lines that you don't want when you get older, right? The Orange Blossom is kind of your go-to if you have the oily, like I said, more acne prone teenagers. That's my personality, so whatever. But this, it smells really, really good. The charcoal bar soap is also one really good. When you have breakouts now, be careful. You don't want to use charcoal too much on your face because it takes off some things that we need. But charcoal bar soap on your body, I will tell you. They also came out with the Bloom line. So there's the Bloom, and that is kind of more a skin line for brightening up the skin, supporting with age spots, some sun damage and dullness, things like that. So more of that repair. So yeah, so there are different, so Orange Blossom is my favorite one. I definitely like feel it working, but there are multiple ones out there. All right. What recipe would you suggest to clean glass? What is the panel to get? What is the panel to get done if hormones? Okay, so back to the hormone question. What you're just gonna ask your doctor to test your hormones. So where we live, because I know you're down there, Littleton Gynecology and Wellness, Crystal, you can call them and ask them. But they had done mine, and really they're just like testing your hormones. So what they'll do is they'll test your hormones, they'll test your vitamin D. My vitamin D was very low, and they were like, well, no wonder you were depressed. Your vitamin D is so low that nobody would be happy on these levels. I'm like, oh, great. So that is, I just asked to get I just called, someone was like, have you ever gotten your hormones tested? And I called, I was like, do you guys do hormone testing? And they were like, yeah, do you want the whole thing? And I was like, yep. So I will definitely see that. And then what to clean glass. So I use Thieves Cleaner. I always use 2 capfuls of Thieves Cleaner, and then I use about 10 to 15 drops of lemon essential oil to clean my glass, stainless steel, and things like that. But to be honest, there are times where I like mix up my bottles and I'm like, I don't know which one has lemon, and I just use that. So, but I do like the lemon for extra kind of degreasing and things like that. Is Orange Blossom out of stock? I'm not sure if it is out of stock, but they have an Orange Blossom. They have a few Orange Blossom things, not just the face wash. So maybe if you're looking for the face wash, moisturizer might be out of stock. I'm not sure, but there is, and That is a good question. Actually, if you're trying to look to see if anything is out of stock, you can just go to your virtual office and go to member resources. There's an out of stock list, and it tells you when things are maybe coming back in stock. For example, I have about 2 or 3 people wanting the Aria diffuser kit, but it's not in stock. Yeah, I think it was supposed to come back this week, but not yet. So you can go and you can see sometimes when things are back in stock, or ask live help if it's not there. So those are definitely ways to find out about those items. Where do you find the monthly promo? Shareable. I either search, so now what Crystal's talking about, I'm gonna just explain what that means first. So the monthly promo, so now Young Living has every month, they give you free things for being awesome, right? So there are free promos for every time you order, but really if you want to get the maximum amount of promotions, you will spend it on Essential Rewards. So for example, this month on Essential Rewards, it's a certain amount. If you spend 100, you get free shipping. If you spend 190, you get 3 essential oils, which are, so I'll just tell you the promos this month. But if you're spending 190, you're getting, did I not take a picture of it, you guys? Here we go. So if you're spending 190 PV, you're getting a 15 milliliter lavender, a 5 milliliter clary sage, and a 5 milliliter copaiba. If you spend 200 and free shipping, if you spend 250, you get all of that plus a 5 milliliter rutavala. If you spend 300, you get all of that plus a 5 milliliter Grand Cypress and a 5 milliliter Idaho Grand Fir. They very rarely come out with a 400 PV, but they did this month, and it is an amethyst roller. So it is a really beautiful glass roller ball with amethyst crystals inside. So basically, if you're looking to stock up on some items for you and your family and you're spending that much, for example, if you're going to spend 180 PV, you might want to add something that's 10 PV because you're going to get 3 essential oils for free then. So that's kind of the best way to get items back on Essential Rewards. Now, where do I find the shareable? There's pictures shareable. So I either will go right on the website and take a screenshot myself, but typically our leaders in LWN, the lifestyle page, they will share those pretty early that morning. So that's kind of where I get them. Do not ever hesitate to take the pictures that I post and share them with people. Those are on Facebook. Those are people share. People didn't want them to take screenshots. They wouldn't have put them on Facebook. So that is kind of where I get them, is I kind of search for them. Some people can definitely make their own. I just don't have time for that. So I use the ones that my leaders use and make, and they are pretty nice. So all right, I have a question. I have someone ask, what is thieves? What is thieves? People hear thieves, thieves, thieves. Oh my gosh, thieves. What is it? It is amazing. Thieves is an essential oil blend. So it is Young Living's immune supporting essential oil blend. The blend consists of cinnamon, rosemary, eucalyptus, lemon, clove, and basically the story of thieves. I love it. During the bubonic plague, when the robbers and the thieves would take these essential oils and they would rub them all over their bodies, and well, they didn't get sick when they robbed these, sick and dead people. And when they got caught, they were told, well, just tell us, I don't know what they did, cut off with their heads. We watched Alice in Wonderland yesterday, off with their heads or off with their hands. But they said, if you tell us what's in this blend, what you're doing not to get sick, then we'll let you go. So, and that is why it's called thieves, because thieves put it on and they didn't get sick. So basically what is really amazing about Thieves essential oil is it comes in a vitality oil, which you can ingest, you can put in your cinnamon, you can put in your oatmeal. I like to diffuse it when clean. It is a really, really good oil for different things. Like I've used it for like hormonal acne. I've used it kind of like for respiratory support. There are so many different ways to use Thieves. Not only that, all of Young Living's cleaning products are made out of Thieves. So they're hand soaps, their hand bar soaps, right? Their hand sanitizer, their sprays, their household cleaners. They have a fruit and veggie wash. Thieves really protects our immune system. So that is why I'm laughing, because I just saw a question that I'm going to have to think about. Thank you, Crystal. I'm gonna think about that question. But Thieves, since my family and I have been using Thieves, since we've been using Thieves, we have been to the hospital or the doctor for not like, oh crap, we think we're sick, twice. Since before that, I literally can't even tell you. At least once a month with my gut, my kids, at least every couple months with my kids being sick, at least every 6 months with my husband's bronchitis. Since we have been using Thieves, we have needed to go to the doctor or the hospital for some kind of sickness thing twice. And those 2 times, we were not told to take any medicine or anything. They said, whatever you're doing, do it more. And we did. So that is my story. And I want to hear more stories about Thieves. What is your favorite oil and why? I believe this is something that changes a lot. Right now is White Angelica. White Angelica smells amazing, and it is very, very good for emotional support and anxious times. I'm a very anxious, excited person. So when I do something in the morning, I do a good day protocol, and it consists of 4 oils, and White Angelica is at the end. My affirmation is saying that I am safe and protected. And I just love the way that whenever I feel like I'm feeling anxious, that's the first one I go to. It's the first one I go to. And sometimes I'm like, oh, don't use that because you're going to run out. Whatever. Like, it's the first one I go to. So I think that's definitely my favorite one is White Angelica, because it makes me, it just like definitely makes me feel better when I need it. What do you use to dilute the Thieves and for hormonal acne? I use jojoba oil. So Jojoba oil. I get it on Amazon, but that is what I use, and what I'll either just use that, or so I only make roller balls for myself if it's something I'm using all the time. So I've used like Stress Away, Dragon Time, the CBD. I have use those all the time. If it's something that I'm not using, like I don't use Thieves for my acne all the time, but I use Thieves all the time for my for our immune support. So I'll just use that one for my face. What do you put in your capsules? So I take capsules at night, and I have realized that there are certain oils that support me better if I ingest them, but they taste like crap. So I know that I need them in my body, so I put them in capsules. Personally, for myself, I put Digize for gut support. And for hormonal support, I put Sclarescence, Clary Sage, Endoflex. I also add Juvaflex. Juvaflex supports anger, and with my hormones, I've had some rage and just like yelling at stuff. So it supports that. I also have, what else do I have? I have peppermint in there as well. And I have one more and I forget it. I want to say it's something to help my immune system. So I want to say it's Thieves. But those are the ones that I have. Sorry, I don't have that list off the top of my head, but that is what I do. And I just kind of put them in my capsule and then I take it at night, and that is just better than me. I drop frankincense right under my tongue. I feel that is much more effective than putting it in the capsule. You get used to the taste, and once you see the effects it does, it's fine. All right, so what is the ditch and switch? So I'm going to go back a little bit. We talked about essential rewards. What's really awesome about essential rewards is essential rewards is really the ultimate way and the best way to get your products, right? So basically, you get your products and you get your starter kit, and then you look at all these things, you're like, but I want $300 worth of stuff, but I can't spend $300 worth of stuff. So what we'll do is we'll help you. If you're looking to get non-toxic, you might be wanting to switch all those things out. We may have circled like 80% of the Young Living catalog, but you may not have that income right now to spend that. So what you do is you sign up for Essential Rewards, right? When you sign up for Essential Rewards, you just have to spend 50 PV a month. So what's really awesome is you spend 50 and you get points back. So after your first month, after your first 3 months, you're earning 10% back, and then you get a free oil. You get a free oil at 3, 6, 9, 12 months every year after. And you're spending 50 PV the first 3 months, getting 10% back. And then months 4 to 24, you're getting 20% back. And then after 2 years, if you're still on Essential Rewards, you are getting 25% back. So what's really awesome about this, the ditch and switch, is we use this as our grocery list. So I have a grocery list, and then I have a list on my phone of items I need. On my grocery list, the only things that are on my grocery list are food and paper products. I don't have anything like cleaners or toothpaste or shampoos or anything like that, because Young Living has all of that. So that's what I do, is I get from my grocery list. Instead of spending that money at the grocery store, I'm spending it with Young Living instead. I might be spending a little bit more money on that shampoo or maybe that face wash, but those are going to be so much more concentrated than what's at the grocery store. And also, it's going to support your health a lot better than those toxins that are in the grocery store. So that is kind of a really good way. Yeah, the promos are really awesome if you're able to spend more that much. But what's really awesome is it's really just 50 a month. And if one month you're like, I really am kind of tight this month, I can't do it, you can skip. You can skip that month. Or sometimes people are like, my rewards goes in on the 10th, but I don't get paid till the 15th. Just go in and change your date to the 15th. As long as you spend it within that month, then your points will count. So, and what's really awesome is whenever you're on Essential Rewards, and if you are spending that $50 a month, you are eligible for any bonuses. So you only have to spend really $50 to be eligible for any bonuses. For example, my brother was trying to build a team. He couldn't spend the 100 every month. So what he did was, he got a kit. Well, I gave him a kit. I think it was like a gift. And then he spent 50 and signed up one person and got a $50 check the next month. And then he used that money to spend on his 50. He kind of recycled his Young Living paycheck into his Essential Rewards. So every month, he would sign up maybe like one person and get that 50 back. So that's kind of how he was able to kind of build a little bit of a team. So that is something really cool about Essential Rewards. And just like I said, like I just got a few points back, and now I have like $160 that I need to probably buy Ningxia Red with, because I haven't bought Ningxia Red, you guys, in like, I don't know, like 6 months, because I'm just using my points for them, right? So I haven't, it is awesome. What does frankincense do for you? Personally, for me, frankincense has supported my hormones. Long story short, my hormones were a 4. I had twins. My hormones were a 4. I literally felt like I couldn't function. I needed something. They gave me some these hormonal pellets that I don't really disagree with, but I was not for me at the time. And I was a hot mess, like a huge hot mess. And then I stopped doing that and they put me on lithium. And finally I said, I can't do this. I know frankincense really, really does support my postpartum depression. And that's what it does for me. I used to do, twice a day, and now I feel like I'm doing it once a day, but it's not just the frankincense. It is definitely the Progestins Plus and the hormonal things in my capsules, living a healthier lifestyle, saying affirmations. It's all these above things that are helping me improve. So for me personally, my postpartum depression is where frankincense supports. Best oil for babies that are not having a moment here. Okay. Do you have any gentle baby or maybe stress away or lavender or white angelica? Those are definitely ones. Baby separation. Oh, he loves his mama. I would definitely, and maybe there's a stuffy, if your kid is kind of, my kids don't have separation because I'm never away from them. So if you want, like, I can send you my kids and we can just, like, I was going to say switch, but I don't want. We all need a break, right? We're going to grab that now. He's sad because I work so much. Oh, that's so sad. I love that he is able to tell you that, so right? He's able to tell you that. And girl, and you want to know what? That's why you're here. That's why you're learning, so that you can be more home with those babies, right? So I think it's really good to even talk through feelings with kids. We use feelings. My kids, sometimes they'll say, I'm sad, I need an oil. And I don't want my kids to feel like they need to really depend. Like, nothing's going to make me happy but an essential oil. No, but it definitely helps and supports you at that moment. So my kids have roller balls that maybe if they're feeling kind of down or sad or super hyper, that they get to put on, and things like that. So using oils is definitely awesome. Makes everyone kind of de-stress and feel a little better, right? All right. Did Ningxia Red help you lose 50 pounds? So I just recently hit the 50-pound mark. I started a journey in July, and again, to make a long story short, I was really down in the dumps. I literally was thinking of nothing better every day in the wake up, but thinking my family was better off without me every single day. And I was slowly killing myself with food. So I decided to, I saw a functional doctor and they do this gut cleanse, and I was like, I don't know, like, but my big thing was like ice pops. I was eating a lot of ice pops. So I asked the doctor, I was like, well, I'm going to freeze these Ningxias, need this for ice pops for this cleanse. And she was like, okay, whatever, like, just do the recipes and do it. You just have to change your habits. It's nothing about losing weight, or like, you just have to change your habits because your mind is really, really not healthy right now, right? Your mind and your gut are super, super connected. So that's what I did. Changed my mindset. I did this gut cleanse and I drank Ningxia Red. Now, did just drinking Ningxia Red help me? No, I don't think so. I think drinking it didn't make me lose the 50, but it helped me lose the 50 for sure. I changed some things in my diet. I changed some of my habits. I changed my mindset to tell myself I can freaking do this. I will freaking do this, right? And I drink Ningxia every day. So I drink about an ounce every single day already. And now what I did for the first, I've done this gut cleanse 3 times, 2.5 times. I'm halfway through today for the third one. So the first time I did this, I drank at least 2 to 3 ounces of Ningxia every day, and I lost 22 pounds. The second time I did this, I drank 1 ounce of Ningxia maybe a day, and I lost 11 pounds. Now, this time I'm doing it, I have already lost about 12 pounds, and I've been drinking 2 to 3 ounces every day. So, yes, I definitely think it has supported me in losing those 50 pounds, but it's adding it on to other things. I know I've heard of a story of a woman who they had like a lot of meetings at work. They would have donuts and coffee and snacks during the day, and she was like always binge on that, and instead of that she would just sit there and drink her Ningxia, and she lost 45 pounds just doing that within a month. So everyone's body's different, but it's definitely something that supports your weight management. So if you're looking to kind of manage your weight, that is definitely, if you're looking to increase your energy, that's going to help. Well, increasing your energy is going to help you move. So what's that going to do, right? So that's what Ningxia does. It is awesome. Best oil to support owies for kids. So owie oil, definitely. I would say, like, personally, I like owie oil, or maybe a super heavily diluted peppermint Panaway Cool Azul on those closed bumps, when they're bumps or bruise or things like that. Those are ones. If something is, if skin is cut, or if there's like an abrasion and it's the skin is broken, I like to clean it out with Thieves foaming hand soap, and then I just add lavender undiluted in it. That's what I do. We add a lot of lavender. I will even take some of, like, I actually have a lavender chapstick that we don't use as chapstick. We use it as kind of like a boo-boo rub-on. The lavender chapstick that they have, because lavender is really, really good for boo-boos and owies and things like that. So sometimes I like, I need it to be like a cream, so I'll add the lavender chapstick. I'm pointing to head because my son has like literally like a circle rug burn on his head. He woke up from a nap and had this. I don't know what happened. I'm like, where did you even get that? He's like, I don't know. Santa Claus. I'm like, what? It's March, February, what? So, but those are good. All right. So, I love that. My husband no longer complains about, since in the year I got rid of all air fresheners, only diffusers now. Amazing. Wow, down 8 pounds. See, like, and a lot of this is just about using just healthier lifestyles. Maybe you're not drinking a million ounces of Ningxia every day, or you're not working out crazy, or you're not doing this, but small changes. That's a big part of kind of what I like to do. Is I am not an essential oil guru. I am not a personal trainer to help you lose weight. No, I am not a doctor. I'm not a health professional. Nope. But I very much want people to be successful and want people to be happy. And that's so different for everyone. And it looks so different for everyone. Some people that might mean money, and some people that might mean health, and some people that might mean helping others. That's what my happiness is, right? So that is what I really like to do, and helping people find the products or whatever, the trainings or whatever they need to get where they are. All right. How many hours a week do you work? So this isn't like a full-time job, I would consider, but this is not my full-time job. I work maybe like 8 or 9 hours a week. And I consider one of those hours printing out labels and driving in the mailbox. So work 8 or 9 hours a week. And now I bring in between $400 and $600 a month, depending on if I have signups or what kind of bonuses are going on or things like that. Now, this is very successful for me because about a year ago, I was a nanny for a little girl. And even though I was able to do things with her and bring her where I go and things like that, and I mean, I love her mother and I love her and I like so wish I could nanny her. But if I'm comparing, I worked with her from 8 to 5, sometimes 6. And I'm making the same amount, sometimes more money now. And I'm working 8 to 9 hours a week. So that is a big thing for me, is I'm not working those long hours. I'm working a short amount of hours. And what's awesome is if something happened to me tomorrow and I had to cancel all of my Young Living classes for March and like go, I don't know, go take care of my family or go like to if I was sick or I don't know, maybe I get COVID and locked down for 2 weeks or something, not at home. If I couldn't work for this month for some reason, I would still get a paycheck. And the reason that I'm doing that, and the reason that it's able to happen is because for a year now, I've been building up my team and I've been helping other people. So this is kind of, sorry, my dog's making a weird noise. What are you doing over there? She's scratching something. But this is, I like have always like, I've never really seen the value in kind of like a second income because, for example, I have another job that I do a play group with kids on Fridays, but if I stopped doing that, I wouldn't get paid. If I stopped doing this, I would still get paid. I don't plan to stop doing this, so I'm not going anywhere. You're all stuck with me. But that is kind of like seeing that. And it's, for some people, their visions are, well, I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay, then do it. Let's do it. Let's get you there. And some people's visions are, well, I want this to completely be my income so that my husband and kids can stay home. Let's do it, right? Let's get there together. And some people might say, well, I want to just be a thousandaire and bring in $1,000 a month just for doing this. Let's do it, right? Let's do it. Let's do it together. And some people say, I just want free stuff. Well, let's do it, right? My sister, I have 2 legs that are senior stars, and they make around $150 to $200 a month. And they spend $100 in products. So they're making between $50 and $100 a month. They're not doing the business, but they're spending 100 PV a month, and they've introduced me to people. So they've introduced me to people, and then they've signed them up, gotten their $50 bonus, and I've helped supported those people on their journey, right? So that's what's really, really awesome, right? You don't have to be the professional. I'm not even the professional, right? But that's what I really love about this, is that we can kind of do Young Living in our own way and business-wise and do it in my own way, but also there's so many resources that like have just been given to us. So it is awesome, and it's teamwork. Like I'm not just like by myself. I have people that I can like, oh, someone asked me a question. I don't know how to respond to that. I have people that I can ask and that support me, right? Same as anyone kind of coming to my calls. So that's kind of why that was hours at work, but that's kind of why I really like the business. Because also I was a teacher. I teach people. That is my favorite thing to do, is teach classes. So I love to teach people, and I think that definitely getting my master's in education wasn't a waste. But I do see a big, big difference in the working environments and ways of working in 9 to 5 versus network marketing. So does anyone have any more questions? I've been through all my questions I had people ask or things like that. And yeah, we will be And if you guys are, I host coaching calls on Mondays at 8:30. I record them, and I know sometimes they're late, so don't worry. But even if you just want to come and listen to some of my spiels, right? So those are fun. Yeah, there's classes and product information. Usually this time I hold classes, right? Sometimes I'll do this question and answer, but I hold different classes, product classes, lifestyle classes. On Wednesdays, there's classes. And there's always classes to learn about the business. So there's just unbelievable amount of resources that you get, whether you're just looking, whether you just became a member, whether you're looking at the bit, like so many resources to where sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to give you this today and I'm going to give you this tomorrow. Because it's just a lot of stuff, but it's really good to have, because who wants to buy like a kit of essential oils and not ever know how to use them, right? I want to teach you how to do these. So that is my goal, is to help people teach people how to use all these things, teach people the benefits of them, and share my stories. So thank you, Sam. Love my classes. Thank you. I'm doing more recording, so I'm gonna stop.
You are looking great.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
I thank you.